So here at the museum, we have our new display, Beauty and the Bird, A Tale of Feathers, Fashion, and Our Fowl Obsession, which discusses the excessive use of feathers in hats at the turn of the 20th century and the conservation movement that arose to stem this murderous millinery trade. Now, the trade was very popular, so popular that species were actually going extinct. Now, women would lavishly embellish their hats with full birds. Now, you can see the game feathered body in this pot hat here, but the bird of paradise was one of the most preferred birds to be used in hats. Egrets and herons were actually also a greatly popular choice because of their white feathers. White feathers were easy to dye, and the dyeing process could actually take up to 6 days. So those white feathers were popular because you didn't need to bleach them first. This is 1880-ish, 1881, 80 to 83-ish. That one is Edwardian, and that one is Empire Revival. So this covers the period when the most excessive feathered hat use is happening.
I see.
So the end of the Victorian to the Edwardian period. Feather use was so excessive that, like I said, women would put entire birds on their hats. Sometimes one bird wasn't enough, so they would use an amalgamation of species. As you can see in this hat here, we have a sooty tern head with a game bird feathered body. These were called chimera. Because of the use of several different species, it referenced that mythological creature. In 1896, Boston socialite Harriet Hemingway and her cousin Minna Hall decided to crusade against this excessive use of feathers in hats. So they spoke at a series of afternoon teas about the cruelties of the plume trade, and they convinced 900 socialites to boycott the wearing of feathered hats. Now, this started the Audubon Society, and soon Audubon societies were cropping up all over the United States. And soon laws were being enacted to help halt the plume trade. Now, the Audubon Society suggested wearing what were known as Audubonnets, which were hats that used other kinds of trimmings like acceptable feathers from farm birds like ostriches, or they would trim their hats with flowers or ribbons. So that would keep a woman fashionable without depleting the bird species of the world.